Hello everyone. I hope that you all are fit and fine and healthy also. So let's continue our revision, and in that revision, as I told in my last video, that we will discuss about distributive property and some of the true false fill up. We will solve those. So let's start with distributive property. So children, you all are knowing about this. What is distributive property? Let's recall that. If we have three integers a, b and c, and in your course it is about multiplication over addition. So what happened? A multiply b plus c, it means multiplication over addition. So whatever number is outside, that is getting multiplied with both that are inside. So a multiply with b and plus a multiply with c. So when you are solving for any three integer, whatever is the solution of this, that will be equal to this one. Okay. So now I am solving it with an example. Like three integers are given to me, -2, 5 and -7. And I want to check whether the distributive property is true or not. So let's do. The value of a is -2, b is 5 and c is -7. So substitute in LHS first of all. -2 multiply b plus c, 5 plus -7. Here we are verifying whether the distributive property is true for these integers or not. So equals to, now a multiply b. So -2 into 5 plus a multiply c. So the value of a is -2 and multiply with c, that is -7. Is that clear? Now -2 into, so let's solve it because we have to solve the bigger bracket first. 5 minus 7 is -2. Here we have to solve this bracket, -10, because we are going to multiply, plus solve this one, minus plus, so positive 14 you will get. Now solve this one, again multiplication, minus plus, 2 2s are 4, and this is -10 plus 14, again 4. So you can say in both we will get the 4. So LHS is equals to RHS. This is the way by which we can identify whether the integers are satisfying the distributive property or not. Now I am giving one question to you and apply the distributive property on this and solve using distributive. Here is the question for distributive property, in which you have to simplify the question using this property. So the question is -3 into 5 plus -3 into 10. This is my question, and I told that simplify it using distributive property. So children, the way of doing the question is, first you have to take the common. Common means whatever number is comes 2 times or 3 times. So it is for 2 times. So -3 comes 2 times. Let us take it common. Now what is left inside the bracket? From this first term we have taken -3. So what is left? 5 plus. Out of this also we have taken. So what is left? 10. And in between sign is positive sign. Now -3 outside, multiply. Let's add these because this is plus sign and we are learning over addition. If there is the question for subtraction, the sign will be subtraction also. That will be distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. So 10 plus 5 becomes 15. Now in the last step we need to multiply. So 15 3s are 45 and minus plus minus. So final answer will be -45. So this is the way by which we can solve our distributive property. Is that clear? Now I'm solving one more question so that it's clear to us. Okay. Let's see the question number 2 for this. Like 16 multiply with -8 plus 18. solve it, simplify. Do you think it is in distributive property? Yes, this is the distributive property. See, A multiply B plus C. But this time we need not take the common. It is already given to us. So we have to just solve it. How to solve? First we need to solve this bracket. 18 minus 8. It will be 10. And 16 10 ja 160. So in this manner also we can simplify the question. So this is all about distributive property. Try to solve more and more questions. Now we are doing certain true false from your book, certain fill-ups. So please be careful when you are solving true false because the statement you need to read carefully. Okay.
So here I am with certain true false. I have taken these true false from your book, children. Like I have taken exercise 1A, the question number 16, which is saying about you have to write certain true false and true for true statement and false for false statement. So I am reading the first one. The smallest integer is 0. Children, you all know that the integers are all positive, all negative numbers, including the 0. Now if we see the number line, and on number line we can see 0 is in between, the positive will be on right hand side and the negative will be on left hand side. Am I correct? So if we are saying this smallest integer is 0, that will not be true because we know smaller integer are maybe any negative. That is another thing that we don't know what was the exact because it is still minus infinite, right? So smaller integer cannot be 0. It is a false statement. The second is minus 10 is greater than minus 7. So as okay, let's try to understand this one like that. Like we have 10 and 7. So we all know that 10 is greater than with 7. Now if I include negative sign along with this, negative 10, negative 7. So as you write the number with the negative sign, this sign will get inward. It means negative 10 will be less than negative 7. And in short, we can say with the negative sign, the number is as bigger, actually it is smaller. So minus 10 is smaller than minus 7, not greater than. That's why this statement is false. The third one is 0 larger than every negative integer. Just now I tell you that 0 is on right hand side of negative integer. So definitely it will be larger. You need to remember that whatever number comes on right hand side, that will be bigger. Like I am making the number line again so that the second and third is clear to you. Like this is 0. On right hand side we have to take the positive integer and on left hand side we have to take the negative. Now in this if we see, there will be minus 10 also there, okay, and in between minus 7 will be there. So which one is bigger? That is on the right hand side. So you can see minus 7 is right of minus 10. Minus 7 is right of minus 10. Am I correct? Yes. So you can see this minus 7 is bigger. That's why the statement is false. The second one. And the third one, 0 is larger because 0 is on right hand side of every negative integer. That's why this statement is true. Is that clear? Now the fourth one is the sum of two negative integers is a negative integer. Children, if you are adding two negative number, like I am adding negative 5 and negative 4, I want to add these two number. So what do you think the answer will be? Of course negative 9, because if both the number are with negative sign, the answer will be with negative. So it is also saying the same thing. The sum of two negative integers is a negative integer. So it is true. The next one is the sum of a negative and a positive is always a positive. Suppose we are taking one negative and one positive and we want to add these. So what do you think? What will happen? The answer will be, of course, if different sign we need to subtract, but the sign according to the greater number. So it will not always be positive. Okay, it is not always positive. That's why the statement is false. Is that clear? I hope that these topics are clear, these true false. Now there are more true false. Let's focus on those also. Which of the following statement are true and which are false again? The product of a positive and a negative integer is negative. Positive and negative. It means we have to write positive as plus and negative as minus. So when we multiply, plus minus will become minus. So it means it is a true statement. The product of two negative integer is a negative integer. So children, if we are taking two negative integer like minus and if we are multiplying those, minus minus will become plus. Am I correct? So the product of two negative integer is not a negative integer, it is a positive integer. That's why this statement is false. The third one is the product of three negative integer is a negative integer. In last time I told you that if negative sign has the power odd, so it remains negative, and if the negative sign has the power even, if the negative sign has the power even, so it remains positive. So what I want to say that three negative integers. So 3 is an odd number. That's why because of odd it remains negative. So it's a true statement. The next one is every integer when multiplied with minus 1 give its multiplicative inverse. Okay, let's try to understand with this in example. I am taking one integer 7 and I want to multiply this 7 with minus 1. So what do you think? We get minus 7. So when you are multiplying any integer with minus 1, you will get its additive inverse, not multiplicative inverse. Because multiplicative inverse means reciprocal. Okay. So this is not reciprocal. Am I correct? This is additive inverse, as you can see in this example. So when you are multiplying any integer with minus 1, it will not give us multiplicative inverse, it will give us additive inverse. That's why this statement is false. The next one is multiplication on integer is commutative. Children, as we all know that for multiplication, integers are satisfying the property that is commutative property, because we can multiply the integer in any order like 2 3s are 6 and 3 2s are also 6. Okay, so we can change the order when we are multiplying the integers. So this is a true statement. Okay, the next one is multiplication on integer is associative. If the property satisfying commutative property satisfying, then associative property is also satisfying. Now every non-zero integer has a multiplicative inverse as an integer. Like any integer is given to you and you want to find its multiplicative inverse is reciprocal, then it will always an integer. No, it is not always an integer. Like if I am taking minus 6 and I want to find its multiplicative inverse, that will be minus 1 upon 6, and minus 1 upon 6 is not an integer. It is a rational number. Okay, that we will study further. So it is a false statement. So whenever you are solving the true false, you need to read the statement carefully. Now here are some MCQs. Let's try to solve these MCQs in a short way. So the first one is the sum of two integers is given to us minus 6 and one of them is 2. Then find the other. So remember, whenever the sum of two integers is given and one of the integer is given, for finding the other you need to subtract. From the sum you have to subtract the the one of the integer. So negative 6, we need to subtract negative 2. So what we will get? Negative 8. Okay. So in this manner we will get the other integer will be minus 8. The next one is what must be subtracted from minus 7 to obtain minus 15. माइनस 7 में से क्या सब्ट्रैक्ट करें कि माइनस 15 आ जाए. So children, if you are solving with a full solution, you have to consider as x and then you can solve it. But here we are solving objective type question, so we should know the short trick of this. So what must be subtracted from minus 7 to obtain minus 15? For this you have to subtract minus 7 from minus 15. You will get your answer. Okay. So let's try what I said, that you have to, from whatever is the number from minus 15, you need to subtract minus 7 like I have done. So minus minus will become plus. So minus 15 plus 7, it will give us minus 8. minus 7 में से क्या subtract करें? Okay, let's I am telling you in another way what must be subtracted from minus 7. So minus 7 minus x we are doing. माइनस 7 में से हम x को माइनस करते हैं तो हमारे पास आंसर आता है minus 15. Now we are changing the position. What should happen? This x will goes on this side and minus 15 will come on this side. So what is the answer? Minus 15 will become plus 15. So minus 7 plus 15. It will give us the answer 8. So 8 will be the correct answer. I want to tell you again because there is confusion. Like if from is given to us, so from number is written first. So minus 7 में से आप minus कर दीजिए minus 15 को. Okay, then you will get the answer positive 8. That is the correct one. Now the next is you have to write the number on the question mark place. So what number we need to divide by minus 18 to get minus 6? This is also we can do by consider as x, like x, and when divide by minus 18 goes on other side, it will get multiply, because when you are changing the position, you are following the transposition, its sign will change. Like divide minus 18 will become multiply minus 18. So it will give us the answer positive minus minus plus positive 108. 18 6 is 108. So the B option is the correct one. Now the next is based on distributive property, like negative 37 and negative 37 comes 2 times. So we need to take it common. Negative 37 we need to take common. Am I correct? Yes. So let's take it common. Like I am writing here negative 37. So what is left inside? Minus 7 and minus 3. Let's solve verbally. Minus 7 minus 3 will be minus 10. That will get multiplied with minus 37. So minus minus plus, and it will give us the answer 370. Okay. So positive 370. The option A. Sorry, it is minus 37. Yes. So minus 10 we will get minus minus plus. Okay, let me check again. Negative 37 we need to take common, and minus 7 minus 3 is minus 10 because we are adding. So same sign. So minus 37 when multiply with minus 10, of course it will give us the positive 370. Minus minus plus. So A option is correct as I told. Now the question number 12, again distributive property. You can see that negative 25 and negative 25 is common. So when these are common, we need to take negative 25 as common, and what is left? 8 and 2. So 8 plus 2, because between sign is plus. So 8 plus 2, 10. So when you are multiplying negative 25 with 10, what we will get? Negative 250. So the answer is option C is correct of question number 12. Similarly, we can solve 13th. It is just simplification. You need to solve this bracket first of all, and we know how to solve bracket. These two signs come together, minus minus become plus. So our equation will become minus 9 and minus minus plus 6. Minus 9 plus 6 will give us minus 3, because different sign we need to subtract. So minus 3, it means option B is the correct. Now the next one is, how much less than minus 2 is minus 8? We also, children, minus 2 minus minus plus 8, like I had told you to solve, because you want to find the less than, so you need to subtract. So minus 2 में से आप less कर दो minus 8 को. That is the simple way. Minus minus plus 8, so it will give us the positive 6. Okay. So the option A is correct. This one. Now there are certain fill-ups, like the first fill-up, you need to solve it minus 35. You want your answer with positive 35. So minus minus become plus. 35 remains same. So 35 1 ja 35. But if you are multiplying it with 1, it will give us the minus 35. But we want plus 35. So let us make it minus 1. So minus 1 when multiplied with minus 35 give us the plus 35. Similarly, minus 53 give us the answer same. So when a number multiply with 1, its answer remain same. So minus 53 multiply with 1 give us the same number. Similarly, third one. This is a property, commutative property of multiplication, where what we have to do? We have to fill this. Now you can see minus 14, and on right hand side minus 16 is there. So minus 16 will be in this blank, so that the order change property, commutative property, holds true. Similarly, minus 21 is multiplied by what number, so that its answer will become 0. So any number multiplying with 0 give us the answer 0. Next one, you need to divide 119 with 17. So 17 7 ja is 119. Now we need to see the sign. One is negative, one is positive. This is negative, this is positive. So answer will be negative 7. Similarly, the bottom one, 7. Which number is divided by 31? Give us the 0. So 0 divided by any number give us the answer 0. Okay. Sixth question, minus 247 divided by what number to get 13? So in this, children, like minus 247, we need to divide it by 13 only. Okay. So when we are dividing by 13, 13 one time, and 13 9 ja 117, and there is one question is with negative, and we want our, this is negative, and we want our answer positive. So we have to divide it with negative 19. So when you are dividing it with negative 19, you will get the answer positive 13. The eighth one is again the same. Which number is divided by minus 19 to get minus 8? Children, you can do this question like consider as x. So I am doing the full solution of this, x divided by minus 19. So what I have to do? I can shift this minus 19 on right hand side. So when I shift, this divide will become multiply. So x equals to minus 8 multiply with minus 19. Am I correct? So when we change the position, divide minus 19 will become multiply minus 19. So 19 is the 152, and minus minus become plus. So the answer is positive 152. So when you divide positive 152 by minus 19, you will get minus 8. I hope that now the things are clear to you, how we can solve certain MCQs, fill-ups, true false. So all the best, do a lot of practice. Thank you and have a